Okay, everybody, it is me, Gregory Mannarino, and it's just a beautiful, lovely morning, and we have to talk about all kinds of stuff. Thursday, April 28th, 2022. Let's start off with this because it's freaking laughable. Okay, my blood pressure is already starting to go up. Turn on any of the propaganda ministries right now. Pick one. Fox Business, Bloomberg, CNBC, whatever. Here's the headline. The U.S. economy, are you ready for it? Unexpectedly shrank in the first quarter by 1.4%. It's unexpected. No one saw this coming. Duh! Are you kidding me? Look, the lie is going to continue to be freaking shoved down your throat like you can't possibly believe. I told you, they are feeding you buckets of freaking dog shit. That's what they're doing to you and everybody else here, propagandizing you. Our economy is in free fall. But, you're not supposed to know that because we're booming and it's fantastic and everyone is rich. So, yes, that's the news. It's unexpected. Nobody, not you, not me, nobody saw this coming, that the U.S. economy is shrinking. Come on, people. You can't possibly make this crap up. Anyway, look, let's go to the markets real quick because I have like a whole bunch of things I was writing down I want to talk to you about. So, on the back of our economy shrinking, okay, and it's unexpected, you got stock futures higher across the board. All right, lovely. People, I really believe this is still happening. A retest of that low. We came damn close to the S&P 500 4150 level. Looks like we're bouncing off. Let's see how this plays out here. If we do bounce off, okay, that's a pretty bullish sign. Doesn't mean we're not going to retest again, but it looks like to me that that's all that is happening here. Let's just glance for a moment at the 10-year yield, 2.87. We're coming up again, people. That safety trade is kind of waning. All right, lovely. Let's look at the dollar. People, I want to let you in on a little secret here that maybe you don't know. I think you probably do, but let me just enlighten you just a little bit. Global currencies are cratering. Okay, global inflation is out of control. But see, most people don't know that. They're put in their little boxes, okay, and they're kept there by whatever mechanism here. People think that this story of inflation is just, an issue related to the United States. No. This is a global phenomenon. I have covered this at length for I don't know how freaking long. But the fact of the matter is that global currencies are cratering. Okay, the relative strength of the dollar is stronger this morning relative to other currencies. Every one of them is cratering. We are in a race to the bottom. Central banks are deliberately going out of their way to destroy their currencies. Remember the chart I showed you yesterday? The money supply here is ballooning. Okay, and that in itself is massively currency negative, massively inflationary. Now, again, I proved it to you yesterday. I've been telling you this for, years. The Federal Reserve is issuing debt through one door and then buying it back through another. The Fed is going to continue to keep rates suppressed, even though they are going to be, incrementally raising the federal funds rate. And this is a phenomenon around the world, people. And again, look, you're being distracted by every mechanism that they possibly can throw at you. Look at the war. Look at COVID. Look at the food shortage and crisis. Look at the energy crisis. No. Anything to distract your attention away from what central banks are doing, none more so than the Federal Reserve. People are not allowed or being allowed to see what is going on, that this criminal organization, this crime syndicate known as the Federal Reserve is doing everything by design. This is on purpose, everything we're seeing. Now, let us move forward here, people. So, this is some more economic news that we got. Our economy is so strong, even though it's shrinking. They're admitting it. All right. So, prices for consumer goods are rising at a 5.2% annual rate That's a dog shit number. It's much higher than that. Here's a piece of good news, I guess. Weekly jobless claims came in at 180,000, which was the number they predicted. Okay. Oh, wow. I feel so good about this. I already told you about global inflation out of control. Fed will continue to keep rates suppressed here. The U.S. economy is shrinking here. Now, here's something I want to touch on just real quick. Now, I've covered for you, and maybe you're one of the people that are doing this. I know I am. Okay, this is something I am doing, and you're probably doing the same thing. We're seeing consumer prices skyrocket. There's no end in sight here. So what people are doing is they're going out and hoarding things that are non-perishable, okay, before prices continue to rise even further. This is a phenomenon that we've seen going back to time immemorial. In an inflationary event, people dump their dollars, they dump their currency, trying to put it into some kind of an asset, a non-perishable in this case, because they realize that the prices are going to continue to rise. So on the back of that, personal consumption really did take off, 2.7%. Well, that's people dumping dollars, dumping fiat currencies to hoard because they realize maybe next week, certainly, the price will be even higher. I'll tell you, people, what could be more entertaining than this? Okay, other than the fact that people are hurting, people are suffering, but we're all rich. Everything's fantastic. Economy's booming, even though now they're admitting that we are shrinking. But it's unexpected. No one saw this coming. Make it up. Make it up. So on the back of everything that you just heard, okay, futures are higher. Stock futures are higher. Safety trade appears to be reversing, although that dollar strength is higher because, again, this is relative strength as currencies around the world are falling through a trap door that is being set for them deliberately by central banks. And, look, other than you and me and maybe a couple of other people out here on YouTube, no one's talking about it. You will not hear any of this from a single mainstream propaganda ministry. Again, all they're doing is distracting people. They got commentators reading scripts. They can't think for themselves. They're all brain dead, earning millions of dollars per year to lie to you. It's completely out of control. So anyway, look. So in summary, let's put this whole lovely package together here. We got stock futures higher. We have this, what looks to me like an unraveling here of the safety trade. We got crude oil, 103, 104. Okay, markets, the setup for the market today is not bad this morning, despite the bad economic news. The admission, shocker, that our economy is actually shrinking here, that prices continue to surge out of control at a feverish pace. I mean, you can't make any of this stuff up. It's impossible to do. Personal consumption, you see what they're doing. Turn on the propaganda ministry. Oh, yeah, personal consumption is higher. That means everyone's doing so good. No, these are people dumping dollars. They want out. They want to buy an asset now, a non-perishable, before prices continue to rise. And at this pace, people, look, this is no surprise to you. Let me ask you, seriously, comment here. How many of you are surprised at all to hear that there's an admission that our economy is shrinking? Does that surprise you? No. We've been in free fall for years. And but you can't know that. And you also can't know that the global economy is cratering at its fastest pace ever as inflation continues to surge, as central banks continue to destroy their currencies by design. It's a wipeout, people. It's a wipe out, elimination, and extermination of an entire class of people. But people being distracted. Look at the war. Look at the war. Look at COVID. Look at food shortages. Look at energy. Oh, no. Whatever you do, don't look at central banks. Don't look at the Federal Reserve, who's doing all of this by design. By design, people. Anyway, I think you are all very well versed in this, but I do want to hear from you, and I want you to please share this stuff. Start talking about it. Start your own blog, really, and I will help you promote it. We got to get this stuff out, people. We really do. All right, with that said, that's it for now. Let's watch the freak show, and I will see all of you later. Just freaking beautiful.